Man, this news is depressing. Oh, hey, I didn't know you all were here. I was just taking a minute to catch up on the depressing news. Doesn't take long to read the paper today to get depressed. But hey, thanks for tuning in to Technical Tuesday. I'm Bill with Molly, and this week we're actually going to answer a question that came in on our Facebook page. Now, you know, we love to answer questions about our product, and we do it all the time. But the best way to reach us with questions, not that we're going to turn you down on a Facebook inquiry, but the best way to reach us is to go to molly-aftermarket.com, our website, and on that main page you'll see a square, and that square says Need Help. And if you click on that square, it will lead you right through that dialog box of your name, your information, what the problem is, and so on. Now, I see those every day, and I answer them, or I get help answering them every day. So that's the best way to reach us. But Frank had an inquiry on Facebook this morning, and I thought, well, let's just go ahead and answer Frank's question right now. So Frank's question was this. He's a user of Clevite performance bearings, and Frank, we appreciate that. You know, we're the #1 performance bearing in the world, and we appreciate customers who use our product. But Frank's question was this. He says, your bearings, they're kind of black and ugly looking. Sometimes they even have a little film of oil or something on them. And he said, I want to know if I can use Scotch-Brite, by the way, a trade name. He said, can I use an abrasive Scotch-Brite pad and clean these bearings up so they look nicer? And my response was, no, we don't want to do that. And the reason is Scotch-Brite is too abrasive for the surface of the bearing. This bearing overlay here that actually is this part that you use in an engine, it's made of Babbitt, which is lead and tin, and it's very soft, and Scotch-Brite will wear half of that away while you clean up the bearing. Now, we prefer you do nothing other than wash these bearings, but if you feel compelled to polish them, this is what I recommend. Take that newspaper with the depressing news in it and tear off a little piece of that newspaper, and then use the newspaper to lightly polish the surface of the bearing 5 or 6 times, just like I did there. Now, what that does is there's fiber in the newsprint, and that fiber is just abrasive enough that it will polish a little of the bearing there and make it look nicer for you without wearing away half of that surface. So again, if you feel compelled to polish bearings, use that newsprint and stay away from those abrasive pads. So again, Frank, thanks for your inquiry. Folks, thanks for tuning in to Technical Tuesday. We'll see you next week.